Hello and welcome. Today I'll walk you through a solution we've built for quick service restaurant brands. This solution is designed for businesses with hundreds or even thousands of locations, collecting large volumes of customer reviews. Analyzing such data manually is challenging, not to mention time-consuming. That's where automation and AI come in. Let me show you how we address this challenge using Keboola. Fundamentally, Keboola's platform provides seamless integration with review sources like Google Maps, TripAdvisor, and Yelp. We've designed it to ingest and integrate data from multiple sources, clean and standardize that data into a uniform format, apply AI models to extract actionable insights, such as sentiment analysis and identifying key topics like food quality or service, and ultimately present those insights in an easy-to-explore format for non-technical users. All of this happens within Keboola, under one roof, making the entire process streamlined and efficient. For this demo, I'll showcase a Streamlit application we've built, hosted, and deployed directly on Keboola, which acts as the user interface for these insights. Let's dive into the app. The application has three main tabs: Locations, Overview, and AI Analysis. Then you can also notice the tabs called Support and Assistant. First, the Locations tab. It provides a geographical view of your restaurant network. You can see locations visualized on a map, where the height of the column represents the number of reviews, and the color indicates the average rating. This helps quickly identify hotspots or locations with potential issues. For example, darker columns might indicate poor ratings, allowing you to focus your analysis on those areas. Next, the Overview tab provides a high-level summary of your restaurant network. For example, you can filter by countries, cities, or specific locations, identify top and bottom performing restaurants based on customer feedback, and track trends, such as changes in average ratings over time. Here's a quick example. Let's filter for all restaurants in Florida. There are over 500 locations having more than 10,000 reviews in total. Using the filters, we can highlight the top 10 and bottom 10 performers, ensuring statistical relevance by setting a minimum review threshold, for example 30. This way, we can make sure those anomalies like a restaurant with 5 reviews, only with the best possible rating, are ignored until the number of reviews gets relevant for us. Well, in general, this tab helps pinpoint anomalies or locations requiring immediate attention. Once you need to dig a little deeper, you can also easily check whether the numbers you look at are a result of a long-term trend or something has changed recently. At the very bottom of the dashboard, we can see a total number of reviews and their distribution into the individual categories. Do you need additional views in your organization? Then let us know. Once the data exists, we can process it and add the required view into the dashboard. The AI Analysis tab leverages AI models to derive deeper insights. For instance, sentiment analysis categorizes reviews as positive, negative, or mixed. Mixed reviews might say that the burger was great, but the staff was rude, allowing you to address specific issues. The AI identifies patterns, such as burger frequently appearing with salty or delicious, helping you understand recurring themes. We create an entity attribute relations graph. This will help us immediately spot specific patterns in the most frequent word associations between the core entities within the reviews. Now, consider you can focus on a specific restaurant, city, or country to see the differences whenever needed. You can also view sentiment across categories like food, service, and atmosphere. For example, you can filter for food-related issues to see top positive and negative mentions. These insights are displayed in both graphical and tabular formats, making it easier to spot trends and prioritize improvements. What we see is a visualization based on the entity attribute relations we just mentioned. Here, let us narrow down, for instance, to a specific category like food. This will show us the top 10 entities related to the category, both in positive and negative. Then let us narrow down even more. There are categories to select from. Let us focus on issues now. The visuals will refresh and show the actual data. At the very bottom, then, we can find particular reviews that fall into the filter we have selected above with all the related metadata, such as a category or a topic. The Support tab is designed primarily for customer support teams. Think of it as a collaborative mailbox for managing reviews. Incoming reviews are listed, and you can generate AI-powered responses. For instance, a review might say, "Would like to give a shout out to Nick for excellent customer service." The AI drafts a response like, "Thank you so much for your kind words. We're thrilled to hear that Nick provided you with excellent customer service and made your visit enjoyable." Then you can either edit or regenerate, if not satisfied with the response. When the response is good, you can approve and send it directly back to the review platform, such as the Google Maps. You can also mark reviews with statuses like resolved, escalated, or spam, ensuring smooth collaboration within your team. Same way like you would treat a shared mailbox. In general, this tab speeds up response times, especially for negative reviews, and keeps the process organized. As part of the dashboard, you can easily view any responses that have already been saved and sent for a given piece of feedback. This ensures complete visibility into past interactions, helping your team maintain consistency and track the history of customer communications. Finally, the AI assistant lets you ask custom questions about your data. For example, we can ask about the restaurants having the most issues with services, or we can list the ones with the most health-related complaints. The assistant translates these questions into SQL queries and presents the results as tables or charts. Once you get the response, of course, you can also carry on in conversation. In this particular case, we could ask for number of occurrences for each specific location. This level of flexibility is perfect for exploring data beyond pre-built dashboards. One additional feature we're developing is competitor benchmarking. For example, comparing Wendy's locations with nearby Whataburger locations to understand why competitors might have better ratings. This insight can drive meaningful improvements in your operations. In summary, this solution automates the ingestion, cleaning, and analysis of vast amounts of review data. By leveraging Keboola's platform, we make it accessible for non-technical users like marketing teams and customer support. The Streamlit app is highly customizable and can be templatized for other clients, enabling a fast and scalable rollout. Do you have any feedback, or would you like to get a technical walkthrough to see how the technical part of the solution is built? Just contact us at support@keboola.com right away.